My name is Matt Lindsay, and today I'm going to tell you about what makes me proud to be an American. What really is America's pastime? Everybody on God's green earth knows the answer to that question. It's baseball. Ever since the creation of this beautiful sport in 1845, it has become the king over all other athletic events. I've played baseball since I was 4 years old and has gripped my life ever since. Simply knowing that baseball is created in America should make you prouder to be an American. I'll be talking to you today about baseball, America's greatest pastime. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the creation of baseball. It was created in 1845 by Alexander Cartwright. And it is a common misconception that Abner Doubleday was the inventor of baseball, but that was just a rumor, and the real creator is Mr. Cartwright. Mr. Cartwright got a few of his friends together and they made a rule book, and the first team was called the New York Knickerbockers. But the first Major League Baseball team was the Cincinnati Red Stockings, and they're commonly known today as the Cincinnati Reds. The next thing I'll talk about is how baseball has changed over the years. Baseball more or less changes as America changes. So when America strives for perfection, baseball strives for perfection in 2008 when it introduced instant replay. Instant replay has furthered the advancement of the game in the fact that umpires are not perfect, they never will be perfect, and replay helps to fix their mistakes and make the game better. Another way it's kind of like America is always wanting to be upbeat and do things as quickly as possible. So baseball has implemented new rules in 2015 to help speed up the game. The first of these is the 20-second rule. Between pitches, pitchers have 20 seconds to deliver their next pitch. The other is the batter's box rule. Hitters cannot escape the batter's box unless there was a foul ball the pitch before. And the third one is teams are required to have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to change pitchers. And I've got these rules from MLB.com. More differences in the game over the years is the changes in the ball, gloves, and bats that the players use, and the uniforms and all the equipment, more or less. One of the major differences is the payroll over the years. Baseball used to be simply a game, and now it is a franchise that players make millions of dollars, and all kinds of people can make money from baseball. The final thing I'll talk about today is how baseball has impacted America. The most important thing baseball does is it brings people together. For example, during the Civil Rights Movement, baseball played a major role in desegregating in the fact that it was one of the first sports to break the color barrier. Another example is it brings countries together. You may have heard of the World Baseball Classic, and that is just simply a tournament where all the countries play against each other and have a champion. But America has had a lot closer ties with Japan, Cuba, and Puerto Rico, bringing players from those countries to play in the major leagues. It also brings families together. You can see in any familyhood that baseball is, it's a closer tied family, and everybody loves baseball. A final example of how it brings people together is cities. If your city has a baseball team, it's most likely going to be more unified, and they're all going to strive for the one goal, to be better at baseball. A prime example of this is the Boston Red Sox. Last year, after the bombing of the Boston Marathon, the city came together with the slogan, Boston Strong, and it further unified the city, and the Red Sox went on to win the national championship. The final thing is baseball creates national heroes. If you've heard of baseball, you've probably heard of Babe Ruth, and he's probably one of the greatest baseball players to ever play, and he left a very unique legacy on the game. Another national hero is Jackie Robinson. He was a strong leader in the Civil Rights Movement in baseball because he was the first black player to ever play in the major leagues. He broke the color barrier, so to speak, to make black people into the major leagues. The most recent national hero is Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter is the most respected athlete to ever play baseball, in my opinion. He played the game with such a way that everybody looked up to him and respected him. And he retired this past year, and it made teams realize that everybody wants that kind of player. In conclusion, baseball changes with America, and it will always be a part of American history. I saw a quote that says, "War can't stop baseball." And this is very true. Even in World War I, II, and any war, baseball never stopped. It was always brought on by different people to come up and fill the roles. And baseball is America's pastime for a reason. And it just brings people together, and it makes America better.